Kyler Gordon got extended with the Chicago Bears. This one was coming down. Is the pipe the right term? I kind of feel like we all knew this was gonna happen. This is something that we always wondered who's gonna be the first guy from the Poles class who was gonna get his contract. And I thought it was going to be this guy because he's the only one who's been as consistent. It's a 3-year, $40 million extension that includes $31.25 million guaranteed, and now makes Kyler Gordon the NFL's highest paid slot corner, and he will be in Chicago to the 2028 season. Just my quick thoughts on this. Love it. I love it. I remember when Kyler got drafted. Him and Jaquan got drafted the same draft, and I was visibly upset. That was my first NFL draft I went to because I wanted George Pickens. Now, obviously, what we know about the two, I am a dumbass, and I'm glad we didn't get George Pickens. George Pickens in Chicago, that wouldn't have ended so well. So I'm glad we got it that. But he's been, every time he's playing, he's been great. When they moved him to slot, he's been elite. And only thing is, he gets hurt every now and then, but for the most part, he has been reliable. Played 15 games last year, and he's a real cornerstone to the secondary. So I love the deal. It's a deal that's sensible. It's not a deal where he's getting too much money. And I think this is it's a win for Poles more than anything. Obviously, Kyler wins because he's getting the actual money. But now he's actually got somebody who drafted who he can put up and say, okay, this is a good draft pick. Bang. What's your thoughts? A little bit on Kyler Gordon, and we'll move on.
I love it. When they announced that Dennis Allen was going to be the defensive coordinator, and they went through the press conference, like Dennis Allen named him, like spoke about him by name. That tells me everything that I need to know about what the expectations are, as far as that goes. But also when you think about it, Trey probably did that. But also when you think about it too, like when you look at him and when you look at Brisker, excuse me, not Brisker, when you look at Kyler, when you look at Johnson, when you look at Stevenson, Dennis Allen is coming in and looking at the cornerback room is pretty much the strongest on the defense and stuff he doesn't have to worry about. But he's also looking at that slot, looking at Gordon and saying, hey, I can do a lot with this player. So I expect a big year for him. I expect a big year for Kyler Gordon, a Pro Bowl year for him as well. And it also lets you know what they think about the slot. Like for him to get this much money as a slot, when you look at slot receivers, and when you look at tight ends, when you look at all of this, you're saying like, yo, we need players like this. So you can say that Kyler Gordon also set the bar for this position as well.
Kyler Gordon getting hurt was the only bad thing about that London game. We was blowing their ass out, and Kyler Gordon got hurt, and I was oh damn, and then everything else went well. But shout out to Kyler Gordon, big contract, big member team, man. We'll talk about this more in depth on Friday when we have enough content for a look while, man. But catch, I'm Not Gonna Hold You, hosted by Scott Lewis every Monday and Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, only on HNB Media and the Barbershop Network.